Creating Measurable Global Transformation. One Community Weekly Progress Update, number 677.
One Community is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are creating open source and free shared blueprints and resources, tools and tutorials, and do-it-yourself instructions for highest good living. Creating solution models that create additional solution creating models in the service of all life on this planet. This includes highest good approaches to food, energy, housing, education, for-profit and non-profit business creation, society, and true earth stewardship.
Hello, fabulous people. My name is Jay, and welcome back to another episode of One Community's Weekly Progress Update. This is our March 9th, 2026 edition, and today I want to talk about creating measurable global transformation. And how do you do that? Like, how do you measure global transformation? How do you objectively do that? And the way that we think is best to do that, and the most effective strategy, or at least the strategy related to what we're doing and everything that you see happening in the background of this video, which is about global transformation and our open source tools, tutorials, resources, and do-it-yourself instructions are related to creating everything you see happening in this background video, the background of this video, to create global transformation. We believe that the way to measure that is in how many teacher demonstration communities, villages, cities, and hubs we can create that are a part of our global cooperative, global collaborative that we are establishing to create more and more open source tools, tutorials, resources, and do-it-yourself instructions for even more versions of what it is that we're creating. So when you look at One Community and everything you see happening in the background of this video, these are the prototype villages that we have designed, that we're developing, that we're open sourcing, that we're free sharing, and they include the physical foundations of sustainability and the emotional foundations of sustainability incorporated into every single one, all meant to be built in one location so that people can come and experience that and have a choice of staying in an earth bag structure or a cob structure or a straw bale structure or a shipping container home or any of the other examples that we have there. And each village incorporates the emotional foundations of sustainability as well. So the physical foundations of sustainability everybody's familiar with, right? So creating measurable global transformation, we need to establish and make accessible these physical foundations of sustainability to everybody everywhere in the world, and have a version of these that is applicable to all environments and is open source and free shared to make it easy enough, affordable enough, and demonstrates attractive enough so that people understand why they would want to build this way and what the benefits are of these food models, these energy models, these housing models. In addition to that, we have the emotional foundation of sustainability that we're developing and incorporating into each village, which are, and we've identified as highest good approaches to fulfilled living, education, economics, and stewardship. And we're putting all these together because it provides a way of living that people will be objectively identifying or objectively drawn to as a better way of living than the way that people are living right now. Because it reduces the cost of living and establishes these foundations by providing better food than what people can get in the grocery store, a power bill that is cheaper and totally sustainable, housing that is built without carcinogenic materials and toxic materials, and that lasts longer, is more artistic and beautiful and durable. And then the emotional foundations that are incorporated with that as well, to provide a culture of personal growth that addresses the 6 human needs. You can Google 6 human needs, One Community, if you want to see our research on that and where that's coming from, as well as the education program, the economic models like resource-based economy that saves people money and gives them more access to the things that they need and maintains those items as a part of that as well, and then the stewardship aspect of it. So putting all these things together to create a teacher demonstration hub that is One Community, and then measuring global transformation based on how many additional communities are being built using our open source plans, and specifically how many of those additional communities are actually working in collaboration, cooperation with us to open source their plans, their designs, their iterations, inversions, adaptations, modifications, hopefully evolutions of what it is that we're doing as another version of that, so that we have additional teacher demonstration communities, villages, and cities and hubs out there, and then we can measure based on how many people are participating in that. So creating measurable global transformation from our perspective is create open source plans for the complete living experience that are built on radical sustainability, which is what we're doing. So food, energy, housing, fulfilled living, education, economics, and stewardship. We're creating open source plans for all of those. Implement them as a teacher demonstration community, village, city, or hub, which is what one community is, and refine the whole process for each one of these so that it can be replicated anywhere in the world without having to interact with us, because everything that we're creating is online so that people will answer all the questions related to our designs and our development process as they come in, and as we're doing it, we'll refine the whole process, make sure that we've answered all questions, that we've crossed our T's, dotted our I's, and filling in all the different pieces that we don't know yet because we haven't finished building it, but we're doing all of our due diligence as much as we can right now. And then as we construct it, we'll add in the video tutorials, we will add in all the printable plans and all those kinds of things that aren't done yet. And then we'll double check all of our work and continue to add to that. And then as other people start developing with our plans and asking us questions, we'll answer those online so that we're never answering the question just for one person, which is not a good use of time and resources. We're answering that for the whole world. And then how we're creating measurable global transformation, as I said, is how many additional teacher demonstration hubs are launching. So these are organizations that want to work directly with us, and they are following our templates for creating open source plans by open sourcing their adaptations, modifications, and like I said, evolutions, hopefully, of what it is that we're doing, so that people have another version of what it is that we're creating that is their version, their ideas for how to make it better, their evolutions, their adaptations, their versions that they think are better than ours or meet their needs in a better way. And so now there's 2 different versions of this, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7, etc. And so the idea is how many teacher demonstration hubs are out there teaching people how to teach people how to teach this stuff, right? So not just teaching people how to fish, right? You don't give a person a fish, you teach them a fish, but teaching teachers how to teach fishing. That's what these teacher demonstration hubs are about, is how to teach other people how to build teacher demonstration hubs that teach other people how to build teacher demonstration hubs. This is creating measurable global transformation, because now we can say, well, how many organizations like us are working towards this goal, and then how many people are accessing our content and replicating it globally on their own. That's measurable. And because it's all designed with the consciousness and the mindset for the highest good of all people in life on this planet, using all these plans that we have for the food, the energy, the housing, the fulfilled living, the education, the economic stewardship, either a full component like highest good fulfilled living, or highest good education or economics, or highest good housing, or highest good energy, or highest good food, any one of these, using the complete component is the most comprehensive approach, but within each component are individual pieces that can be replicated as well. And so if people are just using those, it's still a step in the right direction. And so we can measure our impact based on how many people are implementing our content, and how much traffic we're getting, and how many views we're getting on YouTube, that kind of stuff. And so this is how we plan to measure our global transformation process. The biggest version of that, the biggest way to measure that, of course, is how many teacher demonstration hubs, how many organizations are we working in conjunction with that are modifying our plans and open source sharing their adaptations and creating more versions of what it is that we're doing, because that's exponential growth. So the more teacher demonstration hubs there are that are out there teaching people how to build teacher demonstration hubs, with us being the first. So our primary focus right now is get one community up and running. Get it up and running so we can answer all the questions, at least for our designs, before we start tackling incoming questions and things like that. We need to answer these questions effectively and objectively by demonstrating them on the ground, and then start working on the second village, third village, etc. And while we're doing that, work in conjunction with other organizations that want to build these things as well, and to be able to help them open source and free share their adaptations and modifications. But to do that, we have to finish ours first. And so that's what we're focused on, is providing that in such a way that people don't have to interact with us, that people who aren't interested in open sourcing their designs, that just want to do something for themselves, have all the content that we've created to be able to do that effectively. So this is how we're creating measurable global transformation. This is what One Community is all about, and everything you see happening in the background of this video is what we're open sourcing and free sharing as the initial foundations for that. And so if you'd like to get involved, you like this, visit our helping page. If you would like to subscribe to our newsletter, the easiest way to support us obviously is like and subscribe to this video. If you'd like to subscribe to our newsletter and get an email every week with a link to this video and a link to our written blog, which shows exactly what our all-volunteer team has accomplished within the last week, you can subscribe through our website. Our website, of course, is where you can access all of our open source tools, resources, plans. Hundreds of thousands of hours of research and development are there. And we are on all the different social media networks as well. So if you'd like to join us on social media, help us share our information, get the information out there. We are on LinkedIn, we are on Twitter, we are on Pinterest, we are on Instagram, we're on all the different social media platforms, Facebook, of course, to make it as easy as possible for people to access our information, to help us share our information, get the information out there. And yeah, this is what we're up to. So watch to the end if you'd like to see bullet points and all the major components for our project and how they relate to creating measurable global transformation. And until next week, we, of course, keep on keeping on. Thank you.
The one community approach to highest good housing is eco-artistic home building that is affordable, sustainable, do-it-yourself duplicable, resource and space efficient, and consists of 7 different sustainably constructed village models. One Community is also creating an open-source duplicable city center. It is designed to be LEED Platinum certified, provide 12 guest rooms, dining for over 150 people, and laundry and recreation space for over 300 people, all while saving money, time, space, and resources. One Community's approach to highest good food is duplicable almost anywhere, scalable for different needs, more biodiverse and nutritious, part of forwarding a global open-source botanical garden collaborative, and includes 9 different free, shared, and duplicable growing environments. One Community's approach to highest good education is designed for all age groups, adaptable to any schooling environment, inspiring and fun for all participants, includes national standards, all subjects, lesson plans, teaching strategies, learning strategies and tools, classroom design, and more. The One Community approach to highest good society is globally focused, individually enriching, cooperative and collaborative, includes a highest good network and application, 4 different economic models, and combines fulfilled living and true earth stewardship for the benefit of all people and all life on this planet.